Section 1 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta WEBSTER. Section 1. Young laughters and my music! Aye, till now the voice can reach no blending minors near. 'Tis the bird's trill because the spring is here, and spring means trilling on a blossomy bough. 'Tis the spring joy that has no why or how, that sees the sun and hopes not nor can fear. Spring is so sweet and spring seems all the year. Dear voice, the first come birds but trill as thou. O music of my heart, be thus for long. Too soon the spring bird learns the later song. Too soon a sadder sweetness slays content. Too soon. There comes new light on onward day. There comes new perfume o'er a rosier way. Comes not again the young spring joy that went. Rome, November 1881. End of section 1. Section 2 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta WEBSTER. Section 2. That she is beautiful is not delight, as some think mother's joy, by pride of her, to witness questing eyes caught prisoner, and hear her praise the livelong dancing night. But the glad impulse that makes painter's sight bids me note her and grow the happier, and love that finds me as her worshipper reveals me each best loveliness aright. O goddess head! O innocent brave eyes! O curved and parted lips where smiles are rare and sweetness ever! O smooth shadowy hair gathered round the silence of her brow! Child, I'd needs love thy beauty stranger-wise, and oh the beauty of it, being thou! End of section 2. Section 3 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta WEBSTER. Section 3. I watch the sweet, grave face in timorous thought, lest I should see it dawn to some unrest, and read that in her heart is youth's ill guest. The querulous young sadness, born of naught, that wearies of the strife it has not fought, and finds the life it has not had unblessed, and asks, it knows not what that should be best, and till love come has never what it sought. But she is still. A full and crystal lake, so gives its skies their passage to its deeps, in an unruffled morn where no winds wake, and, strong and fretless, stirs not, nor yet sleeps. My darling smiles, and 'tis for gladness' sake. She hears a woe, 'tis simple tears she weeps. End of section 3. Section 4 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta WEBSTER. Section 4. 'Tis but a child. The quiet Juno gaze breaks at a trifle into mirth and glow. changed as a folded bud bursts into blow, and she springs, buoyant, on some busy craze, or, in the rhythm of her girlish plays, like light upon swift waves floats to and fro, and, whatsoe'er's her mirth, needs me to know, and keeps me young, by her young innocent ways. Just now she and her kitten raced and sprang to catch the daisy ball she tossed about. Then they grew grave, and found a shady tree, and Kitty tried to see the notes she sang. Now she flies hitherward. "Mother, quick, come see! 2 hyacinths in my garden almost out!" End of section 4. Section 5 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 5. Last night the broad blue lightnings flamed the sky. We watched, our breaths caught as each burst its way, and through its fire outleaped the sharp white ray, and sudden dark reclosed when it went by. But she, that where we are will needs be nigh, had tired with hunting orchids half the day. Her father thought she called us. He and I, half anxious, reached the bedroom where she lay. O lily face upon the whiteness blent, how calm she lay in her unconscious grace! A peal crashed on the silence ere we went. She stirred in sleep, a little changed her place. "Mother," she breathed, a smile grew on her face. "Mother," my darling breathed, and slept content. End of section 5. Section 6 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 6. Sometimes, as young things will, she vexes me, wayward, or too unheeding, or too blind. Like aimless birds that, flying on a wind, strike slant against their own familiar tree. Like venturous children pacing with the sea, that turn but when the breaker spurts behind, outreaching them with spray. She in such kind is born against some fault, or does not flee. And so, may be, I blame her for her wrong, and she will frown and lightly plead her part, and then I bid her go. But 'tis not long, then comes she lip to ear and heart to heart, and thus forgiven her love seems newly strong, and, O my penitent, how dear thou art! End of section 6. Section 7 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 7. Her father lessons me, I at times am hard, chiding a moment's fault as too grave ill, and let some little blot my vision fill, scanning her with a narrow, near regard. True. Love's unresting gaze is self-debarred from all sweet ignorance, and learns a skill, not painless, of such signs as hurt love's will, that would not have its prize one tittle marred. Alas! who rears and loves a dawning rose starts at a speck upon one petal's rim. Who sees a dusk creep in the shrined pearl's glows, is ruined at once, my jewel growing dim. I watch one bud that on my bosom blows, I watch one treasured pearl for me and him. End of section 7. Section 8 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 8. Little child she, half defiant came, reasoning her case. 'Twas not so long ago. I cannot mind your scolding, for I know however bad I were, you'd love the same. And I, what countering answer could I frame? 'Twas true, and God's self told her so. One does but ask one's child to smile and grow, and each rebuke has love for its right name. And yet, methinks, sad mothers who for years, watching the child pass forth that was their boast, have counted all the footsteps by new fears, till even lost fears seem hopes whereof they're reft, and of all mothers' good love soul is left. Is there love, or some remembered ghost? End of section 8. Section 9 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 9. O weary hearts, poor mothers that look back, so outcasts from the vale where they were born, turn on their road, and, with a joy forlorn, see the far roofs below their arid track. So in chill buffets while the sea grows black, and windy skies, once blue, are tossed and torn, we are not yet forgetful of the morn, and praise anew the sunshine that we lack. Oh, sadder than pale sufferers by a tomb that say, "My dead is happier and is more," are they who dare no "is," but tell what's o'er. Thus the frank childhood, those the lovable ways, stirring the ashes of remembered days for yet some sparks to warm the livelong gloom. End of section 9. Section 10 of Mother and Daughter. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Mother and Daughter by Augusta Webster. Section 10. Love's Counterfeit. Not love, that worn and footsore thrall, who, crowned with withered buds and leaves gone dry, plods in his chains to follow one passed by, guerdoned with only tears himself lets fall. Love is asleep and smiling in his pall, and this that wears his shape and will not die was once his comrade shadow, Memory, his shadow that now stands for him in all. And there are those who, hurrying on past reach, see the dim follower and laugh, content. Lo, love pursues me, go where'er I will. Yet, longer gazing, some may half beseech, this must be love that wears his features still, or else when was the moment that love went? End of section 10.